Is your child quick to hit, throw, scratch, push, grab, or yell when he's angry or frustrated? Teaching him how to calm down can be helpful in developing self-control. At one point or another, we all have to learn how to calm down in effective ways that also don't repress feelings. In this video, I will share lots of techniques and exercises to help you teach your child to self-regulate. But you may find these ideas helpful for yourself too, so stick around. Hi, Ramona here with Encouraging Discipline. I bring you tools and support to help you develop more consciousness in your life so you can become more calm and confident in your parenting most of the time. When we are clear on our values and know how to detach compassionately, we find it easier to create and hold boundaries that make us and our children feel more secure and connected. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel and visit encouragingdiscipline.com for more articles, freebies, and to find out how you can work with me. And while you're there, make sure you join my email list so we can keep in touch. In this video, I will explain what I mean by self-regulation. Then I will talk about when we should start teaching self-regulation, teaching children emotional literacy, setting up a calm down space, and the best calm down tools for kids. There are lots of resources that I'm going to mention in this video, and all of them will be accessible in the video description. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. First, let me define self-regulation. Self-regulation is another word for being able to calm down. It has multiple definitions, but the central idea is that it's the ability to control our body, feelings, and thoughts. The goal of self-regulation is to restore balance in the body and to control unwanted reactions. Clearly, if we reacted without control to all our impulses, feelings, and thoughts, we wouldn't have too many friends and probably wouldn't stay at our jobs for too long. So self-regulation is one of the most important skills that we have to learn. Yet the majority of us never learn to self-regulate consistently. It is a skill that we have to keep working at our entire lives. For children, self-regulation is particularly challenging. It's hard because children's brains are not yet fully developed. For self-regulation to work, the frontal lobe of the brain has to be somewhat developed, which it isn't. Another reason is that children haven't had the opportunity to practice self-regulation for too long. So when should you start teaching your kids to self-regulate? It's never too early, is the short answer. But please do not expect them to be able to use these tools right away. I think the mistake that most of us make is that we sit down with our kids, we explain to them what the plan is for the next time that they are about to lose their cool, and we expect them to apply this teaching every time they get angry thereafter. And it simply doesn't work that way. After all, how many times have you vowed to not yell at your child but gave in to the temptation when he didn't follow the rules or after you've explained them 25,000 times? I don't know about you, but I still slip down that path, especially when I'm tired and overwhelmed. So let's try to remind ourselves to have compassion for our children and give them some grace. They're doing the best they can, just like we are. To clarify, don't wait. Start teaching calm down tools now. Just because children don't have the capacity to control themselves doesn't mean they don't learn the skills we teach them. They will be stored in their brains and they will be able to use them when their brains are ready. They'll just surprise you one day. Let's go on to emotional literacy. What I mean by this is teaching children to identify emotions, to describe their intensity, and to connect their emotions with the sensations in their body. By understanding how emotions work, we can begin to manage them. When we teach children about emotions and emotional regulation, be careful how you refer to them. We have the tendency to label feelings that we don't like as bad or negative, and those that we do like or find socially acceptable as good and positive. When we do this, children tend to believe that they should not have negative emotions, only positive ones. In reality, all emotions are part of the human experience and they are very helpful. Therefore, it makes more sense to teach children about the wide range of human emotions in a neutral way without judging them. Look at emotions with curiosity, not judgment. They just are. And that's how we learn to deal with them. Next, teach children the names for different emotions. I like to teach children that emotions want to be heard. They don't like being ignored. They will stick around and bother you until you look at them and listen to what they have to say. And it is only polite to know their name and address them properly. So go ahead and teach your child the names for different emotions. They're more than capable of understanding and naming a variety of feelings at a young age. To help with this, you can use picture books, which are always an easy way to engage children in conversation. In the video description, I have put a link to an article I wrote about some children's books that are great for teaching about feelings. Now I want to talk to you about the feelings balloon. Once your child is familiar with different emotions, you can start talking with her about how emotions have different levels in our bodies. I use this analogy of a balloon to teach children to monitor how much feeling they have in their bodies. If you want to download the feelings balloon poster that I use with my kids, you can click on the link in the video description below. In this analogy, the balloon is the body, and the air inside the balloon is the feeling in the body. And here's how you can teach your child about the feelings balloon. When the feeling is small, my body's flexible, just like the balloon, and I'm in charge of it. I can think and make good choices. When the feeling grows bigger, my body's a bit more stretched, and it starts to be controlled more by the feeling. It's harder for me to make the choices that I would normally like to make. If the feeling is huge, it takes control of my body and I can't think or make good choices. Then the feeling may explode out of my body. In order to prevent the explosion, I can let some of the feeling out myself slowly by using calm down tools. Then I can remain in control of my body. These calm down tools release some of the energy or intensity of the feeling. And once the level of the feeling is lower, I can hold it safely in my body again. So next is time to connect to the body. Your child can name different emotions and understand that some are stronger than others. Now you can begin working on increasing her awareness by monitoring emotions that she's having throughout the day. Talk with your child about how her body feels when she has different emotions. Ask her where in the body the emotion is located. And if she feels like she has control of her body, or if the emotion does. Then point out to your child how when the intensity of the emotion is high and there's a lot of emotion in the body, it simply starts to take over. The emotion is the one controlling the body, not the child. I just want to point out that calm down tools are not only for unpleasant feelings. We can use self-regulation or calm down tools to calm the body when flooded with too much emotion, be it pleasant or unpleasant. We may like how we feel when we're happy or excited, but sometimes children can get too excited and start jumping around erratically, knocking things over, screaming, pushing other children, and not listening. Not fun. Even good emotions can be too much sometimes. Now, how to create a calm down space. To introduce the idea of a calm down space, you may read the book Jared's Cool Out Space by Jenny Nelson to your child. In the book, a boy creates his own calm down space with the help of his mother and learns how to use it. I have an article with several picture books that teach children anger management in a non-shaming way. I will link it in the description below. Back to the calm down space. Create the calm down space together with your child. Ask him if he would like to name his space anything. My kids named theirs the Peace Corner. Find a quiet corner in the house and decorate it with your child. Add to it some pictures of faces that show different emotions, a wheel or a booklet with calm down strategies, books on emotions, breathing, yoga, a stress ball, a puzzle, crayons, a notepad, Play-Doh, other helpful items that your child selects together with you for this space. I created a list of items that you can choose from for the calm down space. You can grab it in the description for inspiration. When you see that your child may need to calm down, always ask if he thinks it would help her to go to her calm space. Never send a child alone. It will be perceived as punishment. If the child says no, then ask if she would like you to go with her. Children calm down better in the presence of a parent, especially when they're young. You will then do all the relaxation techniques together with a child to help her calm down. Now let's look at some calm down tools. Once the children understand how emotions work, they are ready to be in charge. Now you can introduce different calming techniques. The most important thing to remember is to practice these calm down techniques when the child is relaxed. I know it make no sense, but the child is only capable of learning when her brain is completely relaxed and calm. One thing that the brain cannot do when the feelings are high is think. This is an either-or relationship. Even after you brainstorm together a plethora of relaxation techniques, not all of them will work for your child. Allow each child to choose his or her favorite calm down tools that are most effective. Children know what helps them best. Once they identify those few strategies that they like best, draw a wheel of choice or make a little book with their favorite calm down tools. You can also download an example in a blank template here in the video description. You can either use the provided wheel of choice or you can fill out the blank one on the second page with your child. All right, here are 10 calm down tools loved by my kids. My kids and I have talked about a slew of relaxation techniques, and not all of them worked for them. They each prefer different ways to calm down too. I listed all of them that they gave me here. They gave me 5 of their favorite tools each to share with you. I will add that as children grow, they may prefer to use different calm down techniques, so keep exploring and talking to them about this. In general, it's better to have only a few that they're using. This way they're more likely to remember them and use them. All right, so here we go. My kids' favorite calm down strategies. Number 1, breathing. There are many breathing techniques, and you may try different ones to see if your child prefers one over the other. There are many books too that you can use. One example of a breathing that my kids like is to imagine a birthday cake, inhale the sweet smell of the cake, then exhale through the mouth to blow out the candles on the cake. There are many more that you can try. All right, number 2 is yoga. Oftentimes, a few stretches work well. There's a set of cards called pretzel yoga, I think, that you can try. Moving the body, jump, do a silly dance, run. Make this a structured activity though, like a game. Don't just let your kids run amok. You tell them, do 10 jumping jacks, then 5 lunges, then run until you count to 5, and so on. Another example here is to play green light, red light game, or freeze, where the children do a silly dance until you say freeze. Number 3, I think we're on number 3, is playing with water. Water has a calming effect on children. They can take a bath or just play in a dishpan. If there's no time for playing, then simply washing their hands and face and having a drink of water may help. All right, next one is coloring and drawing. Allow the child to draw and color freely. This is not the time to make any comments about coloring in the line or holding the pencil properly. Next one is reading books. My kids find it very calming to look at their books. They seem to gravitate towards their baby books a lot when they're in their calming space. It's comforting for them. Another one is looking at old photos. A photo album is in their calming corner. We have photos of them with family members that follow them from birth to the present day, and they love these, looking at these loving memories. All right, next up is hugging a stuffed animal. Both my kids find comfort in their special plush buddy, their oldest friends. For older children, they may have a big soft pillow. Baby toys is another. My kids have a sorting game and a xylophone in their peace corner, or a push and pull toy. They like to play with them when they need to regain control of their bodies. Next one is diffusing essential oils. I bought a cheap fan-based diffuser that doesn't use water. My kids just press a button and run it when they go to their peace corner. All right, for more calm down tools you can try with your child, download a copy of a complete list that I put together. You can find it in the video description. The last thing you need to know about self-regulation is that it's a hard skill to master, and most adults are not very proficient at it. I encourage you to keep practicing with your child and make it a recurring conversation in your family. Talking about emotions, allowing them, and learning how to live with them will increase your child's emotional intelligence and create the foundation for a happy life. I would love for you to share with me what calm down tools have worked with your children and share your success stories with me. Contact me at the email address in the description. Don't forget to grab all the goodies and tools that I mentioned in this video by checking the links in the video description. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that you know when new videos are released. See you next time.